For more than 3 decades, The Simpsons has been one of the most popular and influential animated series in the world. Known for its satirical humor, sharp social commentary, and exaggerated portrayal of American life, the show has become far more than just entertainment. It has become a cultural mirror, and, some argue, a mysterious oracle of the future. Fans have long noticed that episodes of The Simpsons often seem to predict real-world events, sometimes years or even decades before they happen. From Donald Trump's presidency to the invention of smartwatches, from the Disney-Fox merger to global pandemics, the examples are uncanny. Social media amplifies these claims, with viral clips comparing past episodes to breaking news headlines. The result: millions of people asking the same question: are these coincidences, or are the Simpsons creators trying to tell us something? The fascination lies in the sheer accuracy of some of these predictions. While many TV shows comment on politics, technology, and society, few have created a record as striking as The Simpsons. Some say it's just the law of probability. When you produce more than 700 episodes, some ideas will eventually overlap with reality. Others believe it's evidence of deeper knowledge, or even that the writers are insiders with access to hidden agendas. A darker theory even suggests that The Simpsons is part of a deliberate effort to normalize certain future events, conditioning us through comedy. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: the phenomenon of The Simpsons predictions has taken on a life of its own. It's no longer just about the show, it's about how people interpret the strange intersection between fiction and reality. And in an age where conspiracy theories thrive, every new global event prompts people to ask, did The Simpsons predict this too? In this video, we'll dive deep into the mystery. We'll explore the most famous predictions, analyze whether they were coincidences or intentional insights, examine the conspiracy theories surrounding them, and reflect on what this all says about our culture. By the end, you'll be able to decide for yourself: are we just seeing patterns where none exist, or is there something much bigger happening behind the scenes? The most shocking predictions. When people talk about The Simpsons predicting the future, certain episodes are always brought up. Let's look at some of the most shocking examples that have fueled this worldwide fascination. Donald Trump's presidency, 2000. In the episode Bart to the Future, aired in the year 2000, Lisa becomes president of the United States and casually mentions inheriting a financial crisis from President Trump. 16 years later, Donald Trump was elected the 45th president. The accuracy stunned viewers, not only the presidency but also the chaotic aftermath that followed. Smartwatches, 1995. In Lisa's Wedding, set in the future, Lisa's fiancé uses a watch to communicate, years before devices like the Apple Watch were created. At the time, it seemed like pure science fiction. Today, smartwatches are a normal part of our lives. Disney Buis Fox, 1998. In When You Dish Upon a Star, a sign outside 20th Century Fox reads, "A division of Walt Disney Company." Fast forward to 2017, and Disney indeed purchased 20th Century Fox in one of the largest entertainment mergers in history. The Higgs boson prediction, 1998. In one episode, Homer writes a complex equation on a chalkboard. Decades later, physicists confirm that this formula is eerily close to the equation predicting the mass of the Higgs boson, also known as the God particle. De Ebola ou Treac, 1997. In Lisa's Sacks, Marge encourages Bart to read a book titled Curious George and the Ebola virus. Years later, the deadly Ebola outbreak shook West Africa, making viewers revisit this strange reference. Global Pandemic and Murder Hornets, 2010. In The Full Monty, a storyline involves a flu spreading from Asia and infecting Springfield. Later, a crate of killer bees is accidentally released. During the COVID-19 pandemic, people shared this clip endlessly, comparing it to real events. These are just a few examples, but there are many more. From self-driving cars to Greece's financial collapse, from the invention of autocorrect to video chatting, the show seems to have been ahead of the curve again and again. The question becomes, are these predictions truly supernatural, or simply clever satire combined with coincidence? Coincidence, or the genius of the writers? Skeptics argue that The Simpsons' predictions can be explained logically. First, consider the sheer number of episodes, over 700 and counting. With so much content covering politics, science, culture, and technology, it's almost inevitable that some jokes or ideas will line up with real-world events. This is the law of probability in action. Second, the writers of The Simpsons are not ordinary people. Many of them come from prestigious universities like Harvard, with backgrounds in mathematics, political science, and philosophy. They are cultural commentators, trained to spot trends and exaggerate them for comedy. In other words, their predictions may simply be sharp observations about the direction society is heading. For example, the Trump presidency wasn't completely unthinkable in 2000, it was just unlikely. By pushing the idea into satire, the writers accidentally mirrored reality years later. Third, human psychology plays a role. This is known as confirmation bias. We notice and remember the predictions that came true, but ignore the thousands of jokes and storylines that never materialized. For example, Springfield has been visited by aliens countless times, but no one points to those as predictions of future events. Still, the precision of some examples is hard to ignore. How did the writers nail details like Disney's acquisition of Fox or Homer's chalkboard equation? Some say it's just an incredible coincidence. Others suggest that, with their connections in entertainment, politics, and academia, the writers may have access to insider knowledge about potential future events. In this interpretation, The Simpsons isn't predicting the future. It's simply reflecting possible scenarios that eventually become reality. After all, if you make enough educated guesses, some of them will eventually come true. But even if it's just coincidence, the impact remains powerful. The show has created an almost prophetic aura, turning every episode into a potential treasure hunt for future predictions. Are we being watched? The conspiracy angle. While skeptics lean on logic, conspiracy theorists take a darker view. According to them, The Simpsons doesn't just predict the future, it reveals it in plain sight. The theory goes like this. The creators are part of a larger network of elites who use entertainment as a tool for conditioning the public. By presenting future events in the form of comedy, people are desensitized when they eventually happen. This idea is known as predictive programming, the belief that movies, shows, and media are used to prepare society for events planned by powerful groups. For example, if people saw a pandemic storyline years before COVID-19, they might subconsciously accept it as normal when it happened in real life. Supporters of this theory point to eerie details: the accuracy of Trump's presidency prediction, the near-perfect replication of real events like the Disney-Fox merger, and the show's ability to touch on scientific breakthroughs like the Higgs boson. Could this really all be coincidence? Or is The Simpsons deliberately revealing the script of the future? Some even suggest that the show's longevity, over 30 years on air, is no accident. They argue that it remains relevant because it serves a hidden purpose: to mix entertainment with subtle revelation. Whether or not this is true, the theory continues to gain traction online. Of course, mainstream thinkers dismiss this as fantasy. Yet, the very fact that so many people believe it reflects a deeper unease, the sense that media and reality are more connected than we realize. Are we simply seeing coincidences amplified by the internet? Or are we being fed glimpses of a future already decided? The cultural impact of The Simpsons' predictions. Regardless of whether you believe in coincidence or conspiracy, one thing is undeniable: The Simpsons' predictions have become a massive cultural phenomenon. Every time a major event occurs, fans rush to comb through decades of episodes, searching for connections. Social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram are filled with side-by-side comparisons of episodes and real-life news stories. This viral culture has kept The Simpsons alive in popular consciousness long after most shows would have faded. Younger generations who may not watch the series still know about its predictions because of the memes and viral videos. In fact, the show's prophetic reputation has become one of its biggest marketing tools. It has also sparked countless debates, from casual conversations to serious discussions about media, probability, and conspiracy. Teachers, journalists, and even scientists have weighed in on the phenomenon, using it as a way to talk about pattern recognition, psychology, and the unpredictability of the future. What's more, the cultural impact of these predictions says something important about us. Humans crave meaning and patterns. We want to believe there's order in the chaos. When we see The Simpsons lining up with reality, it reassures us that the future is not entirely random, that someone, somewhere, might already know what's coming. 6. Conclusion. What do these predictions really mean? Almost equals 500 words. So, what do we make of it all? Are The Simpsons' predictions real evidence of hidden knowledge, or just clever coincidences magnified by time and the internet? The truth may lie somewhere in between. On one hand, the logical explanation is that the writers are simply brilliant social commentators. With hundreds of episodes exploring every corner of society, it's inevitable that some ideas would overlap with reality. Add the power of confirmation bias, and suddenly it looks like prophecy. On the other hand, the accuracy of certain predictions leaves room for mystery. Whether it's insider knowledge, predictive programming, or just uncanny coincidence, the phenomenon forces us to question the relationship between entertainment and reality. But maybe the real story isn't about The Simpsons at all. Maybe it's about us. These predictions show how much we want to understand the future, how much we long for patterns in the chaos, and how willing we are to believe that even a cartoon might hold the secrets of what's to come. In the end, the question remains, are we just laughing at coincidences, or are we being shown glimpses of a reality already written? What do you think? Are The Simpsons just really good at social satire, or is there something more mysterious at play? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of culture, conspiracy, and the future.